There's a slow way, and that's the way I started out, because I wasn't sure if someone like me could do this. I wasn't sure if I could, find the time in my schedule, working my 3 jobs, my wife working, a job, raising 3 kids. I didn't know if I had the time to really go fast with this. And so I want to walk through some principles of leverage that hopefully by the end of the call tonight, you'll be ready to give this thing a go, because what happened to my wife and I is when we first got started in this, I had to get around, some of the people. I had to get around some of these Tuesday meetings. They call them open meetings. You're more than welcome to go to the next one. There should be one coming up this coming Tuesday in your area. If not, you can subscribe to Total Access and plug into one via a webcam here, and you can plug into some of these live meetings. But I had to get around some of these people because the engineer in me, the logical part of me said, well, is this going to work for me? And I had to analyze this person. And so for some of you, that's your next step, is to get to the next live meeting, or at least plug in if you're at a distance. Okay. So tonight's a great start because, guys, we've got, so far, we've got 205 people plugged in, learning tonight, looking for some more details, some more information on how to really get this thing started. So with that thought in mind, I would like to jump right into what it takes to win big. I'm gonna speak to the person on this call. I'm gonna assume a couple things, and if it's not you, then you can whittle down and maybe water down what I say. But I owe it to the people that are on this call that want to go fast, that really want things to happen in a very short period of time. Once I was sold out to this thing, I went from $136,000 in debt, plus a really big fat mortgage and 3 jobs, to I think it was 3 years into this thing of working hard, of applying the principles, that we paid off all of our debt outside of our mortgage. We didn't pay off the mortgage, but all that consumer debt, all those school loans, all the credit card debt, all the revolving charges, all the past due crap, we paid it all off in 3 years. And we were making a 6-figure income from this industry. And I remember being 27 years old, completely debt-free. We had 5 figures in our checking account. I had 2 cars that were paid for cash. We had already gone on multiple vacations, all paid for in cash. I was sitting in a hot tub in Grand Blanc, Michigan, with Chris Brady, strategizing about our business and talking about some things. And he says, Mark, you're 27 years old. He says, freedom is not an age, it's an income. He says, if you want to, you don't have to work a job anymore. And I remember being 27 and a half, thinking, oh my goodness, I'll certainly fire my boss, right? If I have to, I'll go back and get another job, but man, it sure would be cool to wake up when I want and, sleep in until I want, go to the movies in the afternoon. I love to, just spend time with my wife, spend time with my kids, just be one of those dads that are at everything, all the events, and really take 100% control of my time and put in what I want to, not what I have to make money. And so we did that years and years ago, and still today we're free. We make our own choices, and we live our own schedule, and it's what a blessing. But I know for some of you that are brand new, that might be a little bit too big of a piece to bite off. But I tell you what, one of the first books, read a couple books early on, and what they talked about, you can read them for yourself. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. There's another one called Ant and the Elephant. And, through these books, some of the founding members of Life Leadership, what they encouraged me and so many of your other leaders to do is to think big. In other words,